Hello, this is a story about me, Emily, and my little brother Ted. I'm 9 and he's 6 years old. We live near the woods with our mother. She is very evil and she hates us. She never lets us out and always shouts at us and sometimes even beats us. It was all okay until my mother changed when my dad died. It was a Friday at 7:30 a.m. in the morning and we woke up out of our beds. Let's get up before our mother does, I said to Ted. We live near the woods with our mother. She has us away from other people and children, so we have no contact with anyone. It was all okay until my mother changed when my dad died. She was acting real strange before that, and we don't really know what happened to him. He was here 1 minute and gone the next. We got up and started to get dressed. Be quiet, I said to Ted. Okay, Ted said. We listened out for our mother and she was in bed, I think. We better sneak downstairs and be very quiet. Let's go down and see is the two cats still locked in the cage, I said to Ted. My mother keeps all of our animals locked away and never lets them out. We had a dog we loved, George, but he disappeared last week, and our mother never told us where he went. We walked down and into the basement. In the basement, there's a table that my mother uses. I don't know what for though. Where are the cats? I said to Ted. I don't know. Hurry up before mother gets up and beats us or hurts us, Ted said. Okay, I said. We looked for the cats at the cage, and there was only one cat there. It was my cat Elmo. Hey Elmo, I said. Where is Cookie Monster? The cat just looked at me frightened. My other cat's name is Cookie Monster. I wonder where he is. Here's some food, I said to Elmo, and I took food out of my bag. My mother never feeds them, and I always sneak home lunch and get food off my teacher for them. I use some of the food to feed the cats so my mother doesn't know so we don't get in trouble. We're not allowed even in here. I fed the food to the cat. Oh, our Elmo, I said. Enjoy this while you can. We'll be back later to rub you. I love you, I said. Then Ted said, I love you as well, Elmo. We will be back. Then, when we were about to leave, I heard my mother was awake because I could hear her walking all around the room. Quick, Ted said, with a scared face. Let's go before she sees us. Frightened, we ran out of the basement and as quick as we could. We got to the door and Ted said, Hurry up, open it. I don't want her to see us. I looked at the door and the three locks. Ted, where did you put that spare key we had? I said. Oh yeah, it's under the chair. I'll get them now. Ted ran out and got the keys. Great, I said. Quick, we better get out. I unlocked the doors and we ran outside. Let's go to school now, I said to Ted. At least we can stay away from here for a while. We would also want to hurry as well, so we're not late because our mother will kill us if we're late for school because she will get in trouble. We ran to the school and got to the front gate. Oh, I'm tired from running, Ted said. Me too, I said, as we stood there sweating. We stood there for a second and then I said, Come on, and we go into class. We were about to walk in and then we seen the girls and boys from our class that bullies us. Their names are Susie and Christy. They are so annoying and they make me mad. They're always bullying me whenever I see them. They come over and said, Hey, Emily, fix your hair. Did you never hear of a hairbrush? You're really smelly. Leave me alone, I said. Then Christy went over to my little brother Ted and said, Does your dad not teach you anything? And then said, Oh, I forgot. He's dead. Ted looked at him sad and nearly cried. But then I seen our teacher, Miss Hills. What's going on? Miss Hills said. Christy and Susie, what are you doing here? Nothing, they said. We're going to class. We're just saying hello. And off they went. Are you okay, Ted and Emily? Miss Hill said. Yes, I said. I'm okay. They were just talking to us. Okay, Miss Hill says. They better not be bullying other students. Go straight to class and I'll see you there. And Ted, you go to class too. We left and walked to class. I turned to Ted and asked him, Are you okay? No, Ted said. Everyone hates me and they always call me names and bully me for not having a dad. I miss my dad so much. I'm so upset that he's dead. It will be okay, I said to Ted. Just go to class. It will be okay. We'll walk through the woods on my way home. Okay, Ted said and smiled. He was smiling as he loved the woods. Ted then walked to his class. We always walk to the woods on the way home, so we waste more time getting away from home, so we can go to bed straight away when we get there. We do this so we don't have to deal with our mother. I just want to be away from her when I'm in that house, just in case she does anything. I walked into the class and walked down to my seat. I looked around and could see people laughing. Why are they laughing at me? I thought. I then sat in my seat and felt something squishy. Ah, I jumped up. Everyone was laughing. Ah, who put chewing gum on my chair? I said. Everyone just kept laughing and I threw the chewing gum away and sat in my seat. Then Miss Hills came into the room and said, "Be quiet, everyone stop laughing and joking around. Get your books out." I sat there during class thinking about mother. I wonder why she hasn't hit us in a while. Me and Ted should be around her less as possible. She is likely to hit us. I wish I had my dad, I thought. I wouldn't have to worry about any of this. Then he would save us. I miss him so much. Then out of nowhere, a piece of paper landed on my table in front of me. I didn't even see it through it. I looked at it and thought, will I open it or not? Because Miss Hills might complain for looking at it. No, I thought to myself. I have to look at it, see what it says. I hope it's something funny, I thought. I opened it and seen a picture of me. Oh, I thought, someone must like me. But then I opened it fully and I seen someone with their head chopped off beside me. Oh, what? I said. Then I looked at the word at the bottom of the piece of paper and I read, Dad. I looked at it and started crying. Why, no, Dad, I said. Who would do this? I cried. Miss Hills then saw what was happening and went up to me and said, Hey, are you okay, Emily? She picked up the note and looked at it. Her eyes raised as she looked in shock. Who did this? She screamed. Everyone tell me now. Then one girl that can never help herself from telling the truth and said, Him, Miss Hills. Christy did it. Okay, everyone, you're all in trouble for sitting there and laughing. This is not allowed. This is bullying. Christy, come with me. You're going straight to the principal's office. Come on, Emily, you're coming too. Okay, I cried, and we walked to the principal's office. We got to the principal's office, and Miss Hills walked into the office. Miss Hills threw the note on the principal's desk. Look at this. Look what Christy did. This is not fair. We have to call his mother. This is bullying, Miss Hills said. The principal looked at Christy and said, Hey, you're not allowed to bully students. This is not allowed. You're going to be sent home with your mother. Are you okay? She said to me. Yes, I said. I'm okay. Now I will be okay. Miss Hills then said, Wait outside on the chair and you can go back to class with me. Don't worry, you will be okay. I'm just going to talk to the principal and wait on his mother. Okay, I said and walked out onto the seat. Miss Hills shut the door. I sat there still upset thinking of my dad. Oh, Dad, I love you so much. I can't take it. Everyone keeps bullying me everywhere I go, and my mother is so evil I don't know what to do. I sat there crying again. Then, out of nowhere, I seen a gust of like smoke and I could hear, Emily, Emily, it's okay. Don't cry, little baby. You're okay. What? I said, Dad? And then I could see a ghost-like figure of my dad or something. Dad, I said, is that you, Dad? Yes, my dear, he said. I sat there amazed and happy. Oh, Dad, I miss you. Please come back to me and Ted. Hey, my child, I miss you both, he said. I love you forever and always. Don't worry, you will be okay. I will be there with you wherever you two go. I love you too, Dad, I said. And I was about to give him a hug, and then the principal's door opened, and out came Miss Hills. Okay, we can go back to class now, she said. I looked back to see if my dad was still there, but he wasn't. I'm so happy to have seen him. We just need to get through the day, and we'll be okay, like he said. I looked at Miss Hills and smiled and said, Okay, let's go back to class. I went back to class and finished the day. The bell rang and everyone packed up and started to go home. Miss Hills called me back and said, Emily, I want to talk to you. We waited till everyone left. Are you okay? Miss Hills said to me. Miss Hills always looks out for us. She even gives us food to bring home. I'm okay, thank you, I said. I just want to go home now to my house. Emily, how's life? And is home okay? Did your mom not brush her hair this morning? Miss Hill said to me. I panicked and said, yeah, she did, but I messed it up. I like it messy. My mother never brushes my hair. She barely even lets us use the bath. The last time me and my brother used the bath, we were in it playing with the bubbles, and I thought I heard my mother behind me. But then after that, I can only remember waking up in the bath. I must have fell asleep. You should really brush your hair. There could be lice going around, and you could catch it if it's not brushed and tied up, Miss Hill said. Okay, I said. I'll get my mother to tie it up and brush it and tidy it up. Miss Hills is very suspicious of my mother. She always asks me about her and asks me does she be treating me good. Okay, take this food for you and your brother. I'll see you later, Miss Hill said. Okay, miss, I said, and I ran out the door. I went out the door and seeing Ted was there waiting at it. Hey Ted, are you okay? I asked him. Yes, he said. Are you? No, I replied. But we have to go now. Let's get to the woods, I said to Ted. Then Miss Hills walked out and said, Hey, are you okay, Ted? Did you get mucky today? Your clothes are dirty. Yes, Ted said. I'll get my mother to wash them. Our mother barely washes our clothes. I'll have to do it so we won't get in trouble, I thought. But it's hard to get to the washing machine with our mother seeing us. Okay, Miss Hill said. Get home before it gets too dark, you two. Okay, see you later, miss. We're going now, I said, and we ran off. We got out of the school and walked down the road. Let's get to the forest, I said to Ted. Yeah, let's go, Ted said, excited. Who knows what we'll see? We went on and got to the woods. Oh, here we are, Ted. Let's see what we can find. We walked through the woods. It was quiet and started to get dark. There was lots of birds flying around and wildlife running everywhere. You were able to see the odd squirrel and rabbits in these woods every now and again looking for food. I was looking up at the birds thinking, oh, how free they are, able just to fly around anywhere they want. I wish I was like a bird to be able to fly and be free, I thought to myself. Then Ted said, It's very late. If she remembers we're out this long, she will kill us. Let's look a bit longer, I said. We'll walk towards home this way. Okay, Ted said, and we went on again. There was nothing we could see but trees all around us. Ted was walking a bit faster than me, and he was a bit ahead. Don't get too far ahead, I said to Ted. We need to be together. Okay, Ted said. I'll slow down so I don't lose you. Good, I said to Ted. We walked on ahead, and as we were walking, I heard something behind me. I looked back to see if it was a rabbit or something. I looked and I couldn't see anything. What is that? I thought. I kept on looking and I couldn't see it anymore. I wonder what was that. It looked bigger than a rabbit. Then all of a sudden I heard screaming. Oh, Ted, I said, and I ran on ahead. I got to Ted and he was there standing there looking at some person in a black cloak covering their face with a big hood. Who are you? I said, frightened. It's okay, kids, the woman said. It was a woman. She had a crazy voice. She was looking at us. I am the witch of the woods. I'm the good one. I knew your dad. He used to walk through these woods as a kid, and when he was all grown up, all the time too. Huh? I said. Do you really know him? Yes, yes, little ones, the woman said. I know him well. He was a good kid and man. Frank is his name. Yes, yes, that's it, I said. I can't believe it. Can you help us? I said. What seems to be wrong? The woman said. I looked at Ted, then he looked at me. Well, I said, our father died and our mother has gone crazy, and she hates us. I wish she was dead. Ah, now, kids, that's your mother. You shouldn't talk about her like that, the woman said. She's evil, I said. She beats us sometimes. She always screams at us too. Oh, no, that's not nice, the woman said. We need to do something about that. I will put a curse on her and I will stop her from hurting you kids. Can you please do that or something to stop her from hurting us? I said. Don't worry, I will go home and do my spell so your mother won't hurt you again. I helped your father, and now I'll help you, the woman said. Go home, and when you get there, your mother will be a different person. I will change her to be good. Okay, I said. Thank you, Ted said. I want my mummy back. This is a different person. Don't worry, it will all be okay, the woman said. Go home. Okay, we said, and then we left for home. We kept on walking, and it was dark. Now, completely dark. Oh, let's hurry up, Ted said. I'm getting a bit scared. So am I said. Let's hurry up. We ran and went on ahead. We were just close to home. We were just at the edge of the forest. We stopped running and we were tired. Oh, wait a second, I said to Ted. Look. What? Ted said. What is it? I could see something. It was moving. What's that? Ted said as it came closer. I said. I watched as it came closer towards us. What could it be? I thought. Then, as I got here, I could see something terrifying. This thing was standing in front of me was a big giant bear. He was black and had big, huge, sharp claws. I never seen a bear like this before, I said. Me and Ted stood there, shaking. The bear looked at us with anger. His eyes were black, and then he gave a big roar. We could see his big, sharp teeth ready to take a bite. Oh no! We screamed. The bear started running towards us, and we kept screaming, and we were about to get eaten until, out of nowhere, a wolf jumped out at the bear and bit it. The bear jumped back and fell and gave a scream. The wolf ran up to the bear and growled and showed his fangs to the bear. The bear then got up and ran as fast away as it could and ran away. Oh, what? That wolf saved us, Ted said. I stood there shocked over what happened. The wolf then started to walk away. When the wolf got a bit of a distance away, he turned back and just stared at us. Strange, isn't it? Ted said. It's just walking away. I was just standing there, amazed and shocked. How? I don't know how that happened. Then I said to Ted, I have to tell you something. What? Ted said. Dad came to me earlier, I said, when I was at the principal's office. Really? Ted said. I want to see him. Why doesn't he come see me? I miss him so much too. I was in trouble, he came to me, I said. And he told me everything would be okay. And to tell you, he said, hello, and he loves you, Ted. Oh, Dad, I wish I seen him again, Ted said. Well, Ted, I think Dad sent that wolf to help us, I said. The wolf came out of nowhere. I hope so, Ted said. Dad, please keep me safe. Let's go, I said to Ted. Let's go home. I hope the witch's spell works and we have our mother back. Yeah, I'm excited to see our mum again, Ted said. I need a hug off her. Okay, let's go home, I said. We went out to the woods and ran on home. It took us about 20 minutes to get home from the forest. We stood there outside the gate. Are you ready to go in now? I said to Ted. Ted looked at me worried and said, Yes, let's go. Don't be scared, I said. That witch will help us. Okay, Ted said. I opened the door and walked in. Everything looked the same as normal in the house. Right, let's go to the basement and see the cats, and then we'll go to bed so we don't see Mom. Okay, Ted said. I wonder where she is. Me as well, Ted, but I want to see the cat, so let's go, I said. We ran to the basement door, and as we got there, the door opened. Oh, not now, I thought. And Mother came, then walked out of the basement. She stood there with big black eyes, black hair, black lipstick, and with a big black book. She always carries that around with her. Hey, where were you two kids all day? She said. You better not been talking to that teacher again. No, Mother, I said. I don't get any food off her and she doesn't ask questions anymore. Is that right? She said. Is that why you haven't eaten your dinners? No, Mother, I said. I eat my dinner, I swear. Our mother gives us a drink of water and a piece of bread for our dinner 2 times a week. She's trying to make us hungry and sick, I think. My belly has gotten smaller. I have noticed it because our teacher keeps trying to give us food and asks us, did your mom feed you today? See, the thing is, we get bread and water and we're still starving. Well, our mother said, I got a phone off the school to see if you're sick. You both look sick looking. No, mommy, we're being good in school, and I just was tired from the night before, I swear. Then my mother turned to Ted and said, "What did you say, Ted?" "I didn't say anything, mommy," Ted said. "Well, your dinner is going in the bin now because you both were late, and I know you're lying because the teachers rang me and asked me to go to the school. I told them I'm sick and you better too when you go back to school." "Yes, mother, we will," I said, scared. "Well, you both are in trouble, so now you're gonna get punishment for it." "No, mom, please," Ted said. "I'll be good, I swear." "No," my mother said. "You're just like your father, cheeky and scared, and don't do what I ask." Then out of nowhere, she whipped out a tape and a small whip. "Oh no!" I screamed and ran, but my mother grabbed me and Ted, and my mother threw us on the ground. "You stupid kids! You will be punished. I can't let you away with this." "No, mom!" me and my brother cried. "We'll be good in future," I said. My mother didn't listen and started taping my hands and my legs together. I started screaming, "Let me go! Help!" And then she put tape over my mouth. "Now shut up for a minute," she said. "You don't know how to shut up ever." I couldn't talk or do anything then. And then I looked at Ted. He was sitting there shaking. "Now you, Ted," my mother said. "Don't move an inch." She taped up Ted and said, "Don't ever be late here again. And don't be telling that Miss Know-it-all teacher that I'm being bad and that I haven't given you food, or else it will be worse," she said. We were lying there scared as hell, wondering what she was going to do next. "Now, you two," our mother said. She took out the little whip and said, "There's a padding on this so you won't get bruises and no one will know." Ted screamed, "Ah, help, help, help." My mother went over and hit him on the hand with the whip and stung his hand. Ted started crying. "Oh, shut up, you little bastard," our mother said, and she hit him again. Ted started crying again. "Keep crying and I'll keep hitting you," she said. Ted stopped crying and just had sad eyes. My mother walked over to me and took the tape off my mouth. "Are you gonna cry again?" she said. I just looked at her. Ted started to cry again. "Why are you still crying, you little shit?" my mother said to Ted. My mother got up and was about to hit Ted again, and then I screamed, "Leave my brother alone, you stupid woman!" Then my mother turned around and hit me. "Don't you start either," she said. We sat there terrified. We didn't say a word. "Now you're gonna go to your rooms and go to your bed," our mother said. "You will learn to listen to me and not listen to that stupid teacher ever again." We nodded our heads terrified. Our mother came over and took the tape off us. "Now get up downstairs," she said. We ran up the stairs and went into the room. Our mother stood there at the door. "Now get into bed, you two," she said. "I'm gonna lock you in here until you learn to behave and listen. Now go to sleep." She then slammed the door shut and locked it. I looked at Ted and he looked at me frightened. "Oh, come here, brother. It's okay. Don't mind her. Let's get into bed and go to sleep and forget about this day." "I'm too upset to sleep," Ted said. "Mom is really scaring me. She never taped us up. I don't know what's wrong with her," I said. "Today is a horrible day, but just think of Dad and the way he saved us from that bear." "Yeah," Ted said. "We're lucky that wolf came, or else we would have been done for." "Yeah, that witch was wrong," I said. "Our mother didn't change. She's worse." "How about I tell you a good story so you can fall asleep?" Ted. "Yes, please, tell me a story, Emily," Ted said. "Okay," I said. I grabbed the covers and pulled them over us and lied down. "Now," I said, "this one is called The Boy Who Loves His Dad." I started the story, and when I got halfway through, I looked and seen Ted was asleep. "Oh, good," he said, "you're asleep." Ted was not moving. He was tired from today, from being scared, running away, and getting hit by our mother. "Now I have to sleep," I said to myself. I looked around, and it was real quiet. I looked up at the ceiling and thought about Dad. "Dad, I miss you," I said as I stared up. "Thanks for saving us, and please help us from our mum and the bullies. I can't take it anymore. Our mum is just getting worse." I lied there for a few more minutes and started to feel sleepy. I was about to fall asleep when I seen something on the ceiling. I can't help you properly yet, the figure said. What, Dad? Is that you again? I said. It's me, I hear your cries. I feel sad. Your mother is evil. I'm sorry, I can't be here for you. Keep your brother safe as best as you can. And don't mind them bullies. Their time will come. Try not to upset your mother for now. We'll just have to be patient. Okay, Dad, I said, and he disappeared. No, Dad, I said, but he was gone. I fell asleep straight away after that. Time passed and the door opened by itself. I woke up by the noise of the creak of the door. The door was open. What? I said as I rubbed my eyes. Did my mother open the door? I said. Why would she do that? Curious, I got out of bed and walked towards the door. Ted was still asleep. Mom, Mom, I whispered as I walked onto the landing. I walked out and heard something going on downstairs. What's Mom doing? I said. I walked towards the stairs and then heard the noise louder. Huh? Was that man I hear? I said. There was no one in the sitting room. I need to walk down a bit of the stairs to see what's going on, and so my mother doesn't see me. I walked down the stairs and I heard the man saying, No, no, stop this. I got halfway down the stairs and looked around the balcony, and to my horror, I could see my mother in the kitchen with some man strapped to her kitchen table. Oh no, I said. What is she going to do? I thought. My mother had him strapped to the table, saying, You wanted to touch me, now you will suffer. What, you crazy woman? The man said. You were in the bar and come on to me. Shut up, my mother said. She then stuck tissue in his mouth. You won't talk again now, she said. The man's eyes said it all. They were raised, scared looking. What is she going to do to him? I wondered. Then my mother took a knife from the drawer and said, You will give yourself to me, just like you said. I'm going to accept your offering and drink your blood to fulfill my youth. My mother raised her knife in the air. I covered my mouth in horror, as I didn't want to scream. Oh no, I thought. Don't do it. Then my mother laughed and stuck the knife in his chest and said, You're mine. I looked on in horror. The man just lay there, not moving or talking. Oh, that's disgusting. Why, Mom? I thought. Then she got a cup and drank the blood off the man. Her eyes lit up and she gave a big evil laugh. Ha 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 ha. She's like an evil witch, I thought. But then I turned to my side and looked in shock, as Ted had woken up out of his bed and was standing there beside me in horror as he was staring into the kitchen. Oh no, I thought. He must have seen all of that. Sick of watching, I grabbed Ted and we ran back to our room. We got into bed and Ted was panicking. Ah, mother, what happened there? Who was that man? And why did she kill him, then drink his blood? Calm down, I said to Ted. I'm scared too, but that's not our mother. She's really evil. She drinks blood, that's why she looks so young and beautiful. I'm really scared, Ted said. I don't think I can sleep now. What if she comes in here and sees us awake? Don't worry, I said. Dad will help us anyway. I hope so, Ted said. We lied in bed for a while and we started to fall asleep. Good night, Ted, I said. Things will get better tomorrow. I promise. Just pretend this was all a dream so don't let mother know we know. We then lied there for a bit, holding each other, and then we went to sleep. The next morning, it was a dull, dark, cloudy day. I woke up out of my sleep. I rubbed my eyes and sat up and saw Ted was still asleep. I looked at the door and it was still closed. Thank goodness she didn't come in when we were asleep, I said. I looked at the clock and it was 11 a.m. I never stay in bed this late at all. My mother usually has us up by 8 on the weekend. That's very strange. I turned and woke Ted up. Ted jumped up out of his sleep and shouted, I'm ready for work, straight away, mother, I'll be good. Calm down, I said as I grabbed Ted. Mother's not here, it's only me. Oh, I thought you were mother getting us up for punishment, Ted said. No, I think she must be still asleep, I said. Then I heard the door opening and my mother burst in. Hey, she screamed. How's this door unlocked? I locked it when I left the room last night. You two are trying to escape. We didn't do it. We didn't do it, Ted cried. I'm sick of you two. You're going to be more than finished now, our mother said. She ran at us and we screamed, Ah, get away! We tried to run away and she grabbed us. This is the end of you two. I'm sick of yous, she said. She started squeezing my neck, squeezing it hard. Ted tried to get it off me, but she was just too strong. I nearly passed out and I was just about to when the doorbell rang. My mother threw me on the floor. Who the hell is knocking on my door? Must be another bad man. She looked out the window and said, Damn it, what is that thing doing here? She's just trouble. Stay here, you two, while I go to the door. We were frightened and just looked at her. She ran down the stairs. Ted then turned to me and said, I hope whoever that is helps us. I hope so too, I said. We sat there frightened and shaken, wondering what would happen to us. Then we heard our mother shout, Emily, Ted, come here, your teacher's here. Me and Ted looked at each other and both said, Miss Hills! We ran down the stairs as fast as we could. Miss Hills was at the door. Hi, Miss Hills, I said. Miss Hills looked at us and said, Hey kids, I just wanted to check in on you two. I was just passing by. They're okay, my mother said. Aren't you kids? Tell Miss Hills. We're okay, I said. Miss Hills looked at me and then looked at Ted. She could see sad in his eyes. Can I come in? Miss Hills said. I want to have a chat with you about the kids. I'm just worried about them. The schoolwork is getting affected by whatever is bothering them. Yeah, no problem, my mother said. I'll make you tea and we can have a chat. Oh, thank you, Miss Hill said, and walked in. Oh, I love your house, Miss Hill said. Thank you, my mother said. Kids, say hello to Miss Hills. Our mother looked at us with a stare. Miss Hills, we're only awake. Our mother's let us stay in bed longer than usual for being good. Ah, I see. That's nice, Emily, Miss Hills said. Then she looked at Ted and said, Hey, Ted, you're very quiet. Are you okay? Ted just nodded his head. Miss Hills just looked at him. I'll get the tea out, my mother said. Kids, will you get out the cups? I got up and got the cups, and my mother made the tea. Miss Hills then said, I have to tell you that Emily and Ted have been coming to school dirty, not even hairbrushed. I have them washed. They always get washed, and they like to have their hair messy. How many times do you wash them? Miss Hill said. I wash them once a week. That's enough. They need it more than that. They're kids. They will get dirty, Miss Hill said. Okay, my mother said, and gave Miss Hills the tea. Do you want a cake, Miss Hills? My mother said. No, thank you. Tea is fine. Thanks, she said. We sat there and Miss Hills drank her tea. I'm just worried for them, she said. They're great kids, but someone is always bullying them or come in sad and upset and untidy. Then my mother said, they still have it tough over their dad dying. That could be a factor too. I will go to the school on Monday to sort the bullying out with you and the principal. Good, Miss Hill said. Kids look okay. They can go now. I just want to have a word with you, she said. Okay, my mother said, and then she turned around to me and Ted and said, Go in the sitting room and play with your toys while I talk to Miss Hills. Toys? I thought. We don't have any toys. What's she on about? Go get your toys. Go on, she said. We walked out and Miss Hill said, Goodbye, kids. We said bye and walked out. We got to the sitting room and I said to Ted, I think everything will be okay. Our mother wants to help us and stop the bullying, she said. I hope so, Ted said. She choked you earlier. She will help us, I said. Okay, let's go and see the cat, since we have no toys. Yeah, Ted said. I want to rub him. We ran down to the basement, and when we got down there, we looked at the cage. Where's the cat? Ted said. There was no cat in the cage. The dog went missing, and then the other cat, and now this cat? Mother must have took that cat away, I said. I turned around and said to Ted, What's that on the table? We got to the table and screamed, Ah! There was the dead dog and our two cats. Oh no, she killed our pets too, I said in horror. But then Ted said, Look, is that someone's head? I looked and saw a head and arms sitting on the table. We were in so much shock and scared we started screaming. Then out of nowhere, Miss Hills appeared. Oh, what the fuck is that? She screamed as she seen the man on the table and our pets. Oh no, you found out, my mother said as she appeared in the basement. You kids, shut up, she said. We just looked at her, holding each other. You sick woman, Miss Hill said. No wonder you mistreat our kids. You're a psycho murderer. Well, there's nothing you can do now. You're done for now, my mother said and pulled out a gun. No, I'm not, you psycho, Miss Hill said, and hit my mother and hit her gun out of her hand. Miss Hills was about to pick up the gun, but then she couldn't move. What? I said. What's going on? Miss Hills dropped to the ground. My mother got up and started laughing. Ha 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 ha. She laughed. You stupid teacher. I thought you would find out, so I might have put some pills in your tea, and now it looks like you can't move. No! I screamed. Not Miss Hills! Miss Hills couldn't move at all and fell to the ground. She was breathing and only could move her eyes. Time to end you now, so no one finds out about this. Miss Hills just looked at us. A tear rolled from her eyes. Miss Hills, no! I screamed, and I tried to run over to her, but my mother had the gun already and hit me with the gun over the head. You both won't save her, she shouted, and you'll watch as I get rid of her, you goody two-shoes teacher. She stood there with the gun pressed on Miss Hill's head. Everything was silent. We were scared, and Miss Hills was terrified. Then our mother said, Say goodbye to Miss Hills. And then my mother shot the gun and blew her head off. No! Me and Ted screamed. Ted tried to run, and our mother threw him on the ground. I then ran towards my mother, and then she knocked me down to the ground too. You little shit! That stupid teacher wouldn't keep her nose out of things. She just couldn't stay out of it. Why did you do it, Mom? I cried. She was evil. She screamed just like you two. And you two are not my kids. You are that evil man's children. I was cursed giving birth to you too. What? I cried. We are your kids. Why would you not love us? I never wanted you since the day you were born, she said. Your father made me keep you both, but ever since I killed him, I've been trying to kill you both. You would have killed us by now. Why didn't you? I said. Then I thought about that witch earlier and said, No, that was you trying to kill us in the forest. You were that witch, were you not? Yes, my mother said. And I sent that bird to kill you, and that stupid wolf came out of nowhere and saved you. Well, it would have been perfect, no trace back to me. But now I must kill you both myself, so I don't get caught and continue on and drink people's blood to stay young and beautiful forever. Please, Mom, don't kill us, Ted cried with her. Is she going to actually kill us? I thought. This can't be the end. Then my mother took the gun and pointed it at Ted and said, Bye bye, you're going to see your daddy now. Have you got anything to say to me or your sister before you go? Ted stood there panicking in fear. He started to piss himself. Oh no, I cried. Leave him alone. Don't kill my brother. You're evil. You have to leave this house for your own good, my mother said. She cocked back the gun and screamed, Are you ready to die now? I didn't know what to do. Ted was crying. I was shaking in fear, and my mother was laughing as she pointed the gun at Ted. Then, out of nowhere, the figure came out again, and I said, Dad, are you here to help? Yes, he said, but the only way I can help you is by letting me take over your body. Huh? I said, Can I do that? Yes, you're gonna fight me. You must do it now if you want to save your brother. I looked at Ted crying in fear for my mother and said, Yes, Dad, you can have my body. Here, take it. And with that, he entered my body. Oh, I feel weird, I said. My mother looked at me and said, What? You stupid little bitch. The thing entered my body. I could feel it taking over, and it was falling into the back of my head. The whole figure was coming out to the front. I stood there, and the figure fully took over my body now. Hello, Emily. Emily, can you hear me? Back there, the figure said. Yes, Dad, I said. Yes, I'm not your dad. What? I said. Who are you? I'm a demon from hell. I heard about you two getting in trouble and getting bullied and your mother hurting you. I felt your pain. So I watched you and became attached to you too. And you invited me now, so now I'm in your body with you. What? I said, is that not dad? I felt sad. I can feel you're sad, but I can help you both and hurt the people that hurt you. I will never let you or your brother get hurt when you're with me. Yes, I said. At least you can help us. We hate the people that want to hurt us and bully us. They are so evil. Let's kill everyone that's evil. The demon said, Deal, little child. We stopped talking in our little trance. My mother had her finger on the trigger. Then the demon in me said, Hey, mother! What, you little bitch? My mother said. What do you want to say to your brother before he goes? I got to say something before you go, the demon said. You mean before Ted goes? And then you? My mother said. No, I just want to say, fuck you, bitch. The demon ran over to my mother as she held the gun. The demon bit into her hand and the gun fell out of her hands. She started screaming, Ah, you stupid little bitch! The demon laughed and ran over to her and started biting off my mother's skin. She was screaming, she fell to the ground, and the demon just kept taking bites out of her. Ted seen this and was so happy she was getting attacked. He jumped on her mother and started biting her too. The demon and Ted were ripping their mother apart. She couldn't move. There was blood all over the floor and all over their faces. She was coughing up blood. We bit her so much that she lost loads of blood and died. It was a crazy scene. There was blood all over us. We stopped and looked at all the blood. The demon left my body and appeared to us. Ted looked and said, Who are you? I am a demon, but I will help you and your sister get rid of all the evil people out there. Really? Ted said. Can you help us? I want to get rid of them. Yes, we can kill all your bullies, the demon said, and anyone else that stands in our way. Yes, I said, we will kill them all. Let's start our skill with Chrissy and that other bitch. We all agreed and decided to ring the police so we can get a new home. The police came and seen us both and grabbed us and asked us were we alright. We looked at each other and pretended to be sad. Our mother tried to kill us and we killed her by accident, I cried. It's okay, little kids, it's okay, the policeman said. Don't worry, you will get another family that loves you both. Come with me and everything will be alright. We sat there smiling. The demon looked at us and smiled. We were all ready for the mayhem ahead. And that's the end of our story. We were able to get rid of our evil mother and be free from getting beat and her abusing us. This has been the best day of my whole life. We never got to see Dad again, but we'll never forget him. We did it for him. Now I will get rid of all the evil in the world, in every man, woman, and child, with this demon and my brother. There will be no more evil people like my mother. And that's the end of this story. If you like this story, like and subscribe for more. Thank you. See you next time.